Moving on. An unusual start to speech. Oh dear. I'm still nervous, of course.
Follow me, Dad.
Following Sagir, and what a wonderful man. Give him a round of applause. He made Seema. And I'm never going to put myself in a situation where I've got a microphone and I'm sat in between Carol and Seema. That is the most heckling gig you could ever possibly do. It's like drills into your brain while you're trying.
And the watch as well.
I think he was just drying his wrist off and just getting ready. Put the watch down. It meant no point at the time. Hello. Hi. Greetings. Shalom. Alaikum. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. It's an honour. It's an honour to say some words right now to all you people, good friends. On behalf of myself and my wife, the beautiful Mrs. Seema Esplin.
God has chosen to bless you now.
We fulfilled Eves Hall's ethnicity quota in one wedding. Seriously, I look across the room and it's like everyone could at least make it as a Blue Pizza presenter or something. It is the most diverse gig I think I've ever... wedding audience. It's not... I've just got this new material I'm going to go through anyway, Didn't mind the speech being as long as possible, Sagir. No problem with that at all. But if anyone needs to go, I've asked the staff, and you face that way for Mecca. These ones aren't funny. That one, I thought it was a good one. Same way. Talk about Mecca bingo, mate. So heckly. I knew it would be like that. I'm nervous. Of course, I'm nervous. It's well, you know, it was only 2 weeks ago you were trying to still replace me with a tribal boy from the Helmand province again. Fortunately, it's a builder, that one, obviously. Yeah, oh dear. There's a lot I probably can't do.
Come in, Luke.
Your dad, great. A lot of people never met before. Apparently he's a DILF. This is what the DILFs say. DILF, yeah. DILF dad. I think, presumably it stands for Dad I like to fish with. Oh, that was close. That was close to the bone. Don't do you know what? The idea of marriage, when you find someone that you love, you know, it grows, and it's like a tiny seed, and it grows and grows and grows, and all sorts of forces sort of add to the equation. You know, do you love this person you have to spend the rest of your life with? Family is one part of it, friends are another. You have everyone in this room has been an absolute wonderful person to me since I appeared 8 years ago to all of them. You've all been kind, generous, and you go around to the Ahmads for a curry. If there's 6 people, there's enough curry for twice this amount of people in this room, if anyone's ever... Ahmad. Right. Since when have you ever corrected me on the pronunciation? Don't start milking it now. Just because you opened with a good set. Give yourself the girl spot in the middle, and he's got to close, and it's going to be tough. Because I'm finding it so. Wonderful. Yeah, we just sort of Well, I suppose the first thing I need to do is sort of thank people that have had a massive part in helping this wonderful day. I mean, when I was up there before, and I never realised how much I would enjoy the wedding ceremony. I was looking in Seema's eyes, and we just weren't blinking, deep into each other's souls, and it was the most wonderful moment that I will treasure for eternity. Go on in. We got it wrong, we snobbed each other too early. She told me off, she's like, I was getting told off at one point, did you feel that? She nearly cried. The Iron Lady at the front of the room, she nearly cracked at one point, bless her. Yeah, so who do I want to thank? Well, I'd love to thank everyone, but I'm not going to use as much time as... Bridesmaids! Beautiful. Where are you going? Need a poo. Oh, no.
It's an old one. Is this on? I'll be in the bar and sit down in 5 minutes and see you there.
Beautiful bridesmaids. Heaven in your eyes today. That shade of green was absolutely stunning on all of you. Give them a round of applause for how beautiful it is. Communicating with seals now, this is fun. First of all, the maid of honour, Elizabeth. Give her a round of applause. She met Seema at university, and Seema chose a university course, not on the usual, this is going to progress my career and be the perfect place to study. She chose that course in Leeds on the off chance she might like it. Is that right? Through clearing. So you weren't that bright. Okay, so there's a hope for me. I'll use words in sentences that'll just blow her mind. Elizabeth, yeah, thank you very much. You've been such a great friend to see now over the years. You're welcome.
Piece of paper too.
Kathy.
Started over there on the left hand side, Seema have been best friends since 11.
They met in the dinner queue at school, and they bonded through a connection of complete loneliness and a love of Finder's crispy pancakes. Kathy, a wonderful friend, your accent has become my best joke of my entire set. So thank you for that inspiration as well. You're a wonderful girl. When you walk in the room, it all lights up. You're a joy. Yeah, we love you today tonight. We do. We love you all. So if you're on this list, don't worry. If I forget to mention it, it's just because I probably used that bit up. Caroline.
She's had 3 Jaeger bombs, so she's got her hands in there.
Caroline, a great confidant to Seema. You've helped us this year greatly. Big chats. You all have, really, all the friends, all the close girls. But thank you so much for that, Caroline. And thank you so much for the present you gave Seema. She just looks absolutely ravishing today. I'm a very lucky boy. Wonderful, thank you so much. They met at the Church Inn, didn't you? Is that right? Church Inn? You're working at the Church Inn? Well, you didn't meet at the Church Inn, but that's where you sort of cemented your friendship. And Caroline worked there, pulling pints and men. And the chap that she sat with there, if you've not met before, that's Damien, and they married a month ago. So give her a round of applause.
Another example of love blossoming in the Oldham area.
It can be done. The best bits are the ones I make up, so I'll work on that.
Got your back, Steve.
Olivia as well. Olivia. Thank you so much. 7.5 years ago, I met in the pub, in the beer garden, and I know that you knew Seema before, but you've just been a wonderful friend, and the swinging is marvellous. It's tremendous fun. He's number one. So, first toast, as is tradition, I've read on Google. I'd like to propose a toast to the health and wonderful friendship of the bridesmaids today. To the bridesmaids! Tonks, don't ruin it. Isabella, the beautiful flower girl. She got skills with the petals. Almost stole the show. If we not bought such a wonderful dress, it would have been all about you, that ceremony. So thank you, Isabella. Thank you for being brave enough and enjoying it. We really appreciate that. A star in the making there. Definitely. Usher. Boom. Usher time. All the brothers. Stuart, Jared, Darius, and Derek. Tarek, of course. Thank you so much for your help today, making sure everyone sat in the right place. That was wonderful. One thing I want to say, which Budsy highlighted when we came out and everyone was thanking us and stuff. Brothers. Budsy, brothers. We're all brothers now. This is wonderful to me. I've got 4 brothers. Yeah, honestly, I know you'll stand by me, and if anything goes wrong, we'll go and take someone into the dark corner and do him over now. I've got 4. When you've got one brother, you've got access to one person who thinks that they know more than anyone else in the world, and because it's a bloke, they're always right. So I've got access to 4 times that amount now, so this is wonderful. And if anyone does disagree with you, you can just go and douche him in the corner. Also, Stuart, you've gained a sister, wherever she's gone. Oh, there she is. You've gained a sister who is always right. Yes. And you can't disagree with that. Yeah. And if anyone else does disagree with that, then I'm just going to get on my brothers and take them to the corner. Oh, interlinks and wines. What happened there? Hey? Mum. Your bit's coming up, pal. So, I thank the parents now. My parents have always been just so encouraging to me to do anything I've ever wanted to do in my life. Music when I was younger, piano, and then getting into making techno in my room. Almost got signed to a record label at one point, and then I started working for PC World, and and then I had an epiphany in Glastonbury with all my mates there, one of the only sunny Glastonburys there ever was, and came back, and I had this seed in my mind already, I'm going to go and do stand-up comedy, and they stood by me, mostly financed me was the biggest help, right? So when you start out, you're absolutely skint, and they just helped me and encouraged me, and we worked, and Dad has always sort of encouraged me to work as hard as possible and achieve whatever you can. Mum's always encouraged me to just be and do whatever you want to do. If you've got something inside you, let it grow and become what you want. If I had not done stand-up, I never ever would have met Seema Ahmed in my entire life. Absolutely, there are clear connections with that moment of doing that and meeting you, which we'll talk about in a little while. So, thank you very much. My parents, a round of applause. Also, give Mum a round of applause, because I gave her the most enormous amount of stress when we asked her, because Sagir absolutely loves Mum's carrot cake, and Seema does, and as a request, we asked her if she'd be happy to make the wedding cake, which is over there. And obviously, it's the first and last wedding cake she'll ever make. I can't imagine how stressful it was. But it looks absolutely beautiful, so well done, Mo. The actual filling inside is that. The rest is just icing, just compacted in like a salt cake. One thing which I wrote which tickled me to bits was, which I wrote weeks ago, but it resonates even more now, is the expression, when you look at the mother-in-law, you can see how the daughter will turn out. So, thank you, Carol. Visually, not sure. There's a skin pigment issue. God bless you, though. Do you know what? This year, and this is what I want Seema to be the legacy of what you've given as a person. You have been so strong this year and proven that your spirit is stronger than your body. So, for that reason, what an absolute delight that you've been here today. Keep going and going and going. Like a Duracell battery. God bless you, Carol. I love you so much. Don't do it again. You're welcome. It wouldn't be. Oh, rubbish. This is rubbish, mate. You can have that one. On the list next is someone. Well, what a gentleman you've been to me over the 8 years together. Your generosity has absolutely, it's never ceased to surprise me. Because of Seema, because of you, Seema taught me the word share, which was new to me. It was all just, in our house, it's my plate, don't you dare come near this. First time I went round and had the big curry thing for 1 million people when there's 6 of us. You get the dish and everyone else is eating from your bowl and it just freaks you out and you're like, sorry, it touched me badges at some point. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. I've developed that. I love it. I love it just, to share the curries out and stuff. But the chats we have, that day when I turned up at your house, when, like I say, the seed of marrying your daughter was well implanted. I'd gone down to London to get the diamond and the ring and everything ready. And I turned up there and bawled my eyes out in front of your dinner. And you, being the lovely man that you were, you immediately asked, how can I help you? What's wrong? That's what you said straight away. Chris. Got you back for that.
I'm not allowed to take it back from you.
Okay.
There's a right of reply.
Now we have to have a big wedding so that you never call me Chris again. This entire extravagant event has just been for you to remember my name. This is the entire reason for today. In there, and I won't talk about the presents and stuff and that, but in there is a bottle of whiskey, which is 2003, which is not particularly old for a whiskey, but it's the year when I started out on the road to do stand-up comedy, and had I not done that, I never would have met Seema, we never would have met, and I never would have been blessed with the rest of my life from today being with Seema by my side, and just being the happiest man on earth right now. So that's the reason why so I'll propose a toast at that section. Sorry? Sorry? I thought I mentioned that. But I did them both in the same way, but what's that? Oh yeah. See what I mean about the heckling thing? Yeah. I deserve it for that. Dad, bless you. I mean, like I say, like you're a professional golfer, and what you taught me was you have to work hard, get the food on the plates at home, and resist the attitude of people that you work with. I don't know if you've ever met any golfers, if there's anyone in here, but they are the most obstinate, demanding, irritating people on earth.
One of you.
Where? You excluded Dobbers. Shit, get him a present. We've got a 6-year-old bottle of Pernoni. Right, Pernoni, that one didn't sound right. So. Dad, God bless you, and thank you very much. We've got a present for you, but it's 12 foot wrong, and it's got a quivering tip, and we couldn't bring it with us because the car would... It's what?
It's a dragon.
So it's at home waiting. It's a beautiful fishing rod. So one thing is the gift that Dad's given me is when I'm not doing stand-up, I can go and relax and expand my mind and just chill out by the fishing lake. Everything you've ever tried as a sportsman, you've achieved and become the best I've ever known at. So that was a professional golfer. That was a great fishing. Sigurd doesn't like golf, so I don't think you guys are going to get on. Although he is a retired GP, so you could teach him how to do a hole-in-one, and he could teach you how to do an emergency tracheotomy, which is a kind of hole-in-one. Isn't it? Thank you. Second opinion. That's a good joke. What that? you want to know how to do an emergency tracheotomy?
I really want to know how to do it, yes.
Bonding time. It's all but quiver out. So all the families, thank you so much, and this moment would not exist if it wasn't for all your help and support and encouragement and creating the two people that we are for our souls to be perfectly able to interlink and live together in Chadderton. So, accidental joke to me. So, toast again, second toast to families.
To the family. Okay.
Luke, my best man, what an absolutely charming, posh, breath of fresh air in the Chadderton area. You're just...
Saddleworth.
Oh, you're right. Delft near there. We met again with Olivia that time in a pub. We discovered that we were twins. Your birthday just after mine. Brother from another mother and all that stuff, and battery's running out. So I'll just do 2 at once. It's gone weird. Thank you so much. Like I said to you last night when I gave you the hug, you have been an absolute star throughout this wedding. You've been helpful and supportive throughout everything we've had this year, and always on the end of the phone, actually getting in touch with me. Always on the end of the phone, text, Snapchat, Facebook, email, Twitter, whatever it is, you're on it and you're ready to respond and you're always there for me. You've been an absolute star, and me and Seema just love you to bits, and hopefully we can still spend the rest of our lives knowing you and enjoying your company, because you are absolute gentlemen. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you.
No, there shouldn't be any pressure, because it's all about love, isn't it, really, today? It's all about enjoying ourselves. I actually think mine's probably going to be longer than yours, Sigurd. I've got everyone's name I'm going to read out at some point on the list, and then these two are just going to bark at me in my ears throughout the whole thing. It's going to be great. Finally brings me up to just the girl that makes me the happiest person on earth. I never realised how much I would enjoy a wedding ceremony, like I said before, getting it all wrong and still just loving every moment of it, and just watching the dream of Seema's to come true when Sigurd walked her down the aisle. It's incredible. Bless you, Sigurd. It's amazing. And bless you for making this girl. You're supposed to give little stories and stuff like that, but one thing I will say, the most fulcrum point in our lives was 4 years before we ever even met in person. I got a phone call from a young girl who'd been given my phone number. She was working at Pure Radio in Stockport, and I'd started out as a stand-up comic, and she wanted to do a radio interview, and asked the comedians over there in the corner, radio, we hate doing them. It's what's your favourite joke, this, that and the other, horrible experience. And the girl came on the phone and we had a lovely conversation, and instead of it being an unbearable 2 minutes, we were on the phone for about 45, 50 minutes, and she had to cut from that to a 2-minute piece, a 3-minute piece for the radio interview. And then 4 years on from that, because we'd enjoyed that, that was great. And then 4 years on, I started working at the Revolution in Oldham. And you got Tourette's, or you just cheering? I met the girl again. I didn't know this at the time, and we worked together. I was presenting the radio show. You were working with Smug, and then you were working in the office part. And I used to turn up at the office, and I used to hate trying to chat and interact with the office girls that were there. They were so gossipy and a little bit bitchy and a little bit mean. And every time I turned up, I'd make a beeline for Seema. I'd kneel down at a desk, we'd have a lovely chat for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'd just go straight downstairs and do some work on the radio show, whatever I was preparing. Now, I had a rule, which I would still stand by now, but I wish I'd probably changed it at that time, because we would have been together sooner, which was, can't really date someone that you work with because it makes everything an entire mess. Now, fortunately, Seema isn't able to maintain a job for particularly long. So, they were making cuts, and you were the first to be cut. I got a text from the girl I just adored, and I've been hoping for this moment for absolutely ages, and it was, I've been redundant, they're making cuts, and I said, well, let me take you out for a date. So we went on a date, January the 10th, and then it started. You came to mind, we went Dutch and all that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, got that from your dad. Bit of a tight ass. So, thank you for that. Then the second day I came to yours, and your dad got so excited about meeting me that he cooked like a keema thing with black cardamons and stuff like that. Now, bear in mind, as from near Lyme Park in Stockport, just a massive middle-class white area, first time I was ever going to interact with an Asian family, I rock up there, all humble and stuff, walked in, reeked of curry. That was the first thing. And Seema was devastated. It was the only time it's ever smelled that bad of curry I've ever been there. Ever! So, yeah, it was exciting. And then from then on, it's all developed. And like I say, the seed of love grows. And here we are today. So, what a delightful girl. You are the joy of my life. You really are. I'll say briefly because I know.
Yeah, come on.
I had a look when you're writing things and that, and you sort of think, and it's weird. It's weird for a comic to try and write for a groom's speech, because it's not about making big jokes and stuff like that. Thank God, because they're not being that funny. But the big thing is sort of looking in, and one thing I realised was Seema. The meaning of Seema is it's an Urdu word which means the horizon, the edge of the earth, where it's the edge of the world where the ground meets the sky. It's the edge of everything you can see, and the direct translation is limit. So, Seema, you really are the limit. Seema's middle name is Dawn, which of course means the beginning of a new day. So I have got it in my mind that every time I see the sun come up, be I fishing on a lake or driving home from some gig I've done in the middle of absolute nowhere, I'll be reminded of you, Every time I look at the edge of a horizon, I'll be reminded of you, and I'll know that when I get home, you'll be waiting for me with all the love I'll ever want to survive the rest of my life. I absolutely love you to bits. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose my final toast to my beautiful bride, Seema Dawn Esplin. You're welcome.